Hello Eurovision fans, welcome back to the ESC Scot YouTube channel. I'm here back with another battle video for 2024, and this time we are taking a little look at the Big Five. I feel like this is the big one. Over the past few days I have been uploading battles to the ESC Scot YouTube channel, trying to figure out which country out of their category is the best. So I've done Battle of the Balkans, I've done Battle of the Baltics, I've done Battle of the Caucasus, if that's how you say it. Now it's time for the Battle of the Big Five, the main five. So if you don't know what the Big Five are, I can't believe I'm having to explain this. If you're a Eurovision fan and you don't know what the Big Five are, then you're probably not a Eurovision fan. So the Big Five are France, Italy, Germany, Spain and the United Kingdom. They are the countries that contribute the most money to the EBU. Basically, without them, Eurovision just would not happen. They contribute a lot of the money that goes towards everything for the contest. So if they weren't there, it'd fall apart basically. So that's why they get a free pass to the grand final, because that's only fair. A lot of people think this is kind of unfair, but it's actually necessary. But in today's video, I'm going to try and crack the code to try and find out which one of these five songs is the strongest from this year. So without further ado, let's play the intro. Before we get on with the battle, remember to please like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are heading to Malmö. 2 members of ESC Scot, me included, are heading to Malmö for Eurovision in less than 2 weeks. It's happening. Rehearsals start this Saturday and we're going to be releasing rehearsal videos all throughout this weekend and during the week next week, so you want to be subscribed if you want to get that content. But yeah, today we are talking about the Big Five, and they are France with Mon Amour, Slimane; Italy, Angelina Mango with the song Le Noia; Germany, Isaac with the song Always on the Run; Spain, Nebulosa with the song Zora; and the United Kingdom, Ollie Alexander with the song Dizzy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to award these countries points based on different categories. So I've got song, I've got lyrics, I've got a performance category, I've got staging, and we've got a voice category. So I'm going to go through each of these categories and then we'll decide which one of these songs fits best in this category and they will receive a point. So whoever has the most points in the end is the winner, and therefore my favourite of the Big Five this year. So let's begin. What category should we begin with? Let's go with lyrics. Lyrics, I feel, was a really hard one to decide for these five, honestly, because I don't think the lyrics are extremely inventive with these five. I feel like a lot of them are just a little bit meh, not as kind of revolutionary as they have been in the past. I mean, France's lyrics, Mon Amour, if you translated that to English, it is just your classic cliche love song. That is, I mean, Mon Amour literally means my love, so it's you can get the point literally from translating Mon Amour. It's a cliche love song, but it's still good. It's a good cliche love song. I like it, but it's definitely not the best lyrics we have within these five, without a doubt. Germany, Always on the Run, is very much the same as Mon Amour. It's not, well, it is a love song, isn't it? I'm always on the run, and I run. It's kind of running away from a relationship, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. The lyrics are very much like Mon Amour in the sense that it's so cliche, it's been done before. I mean, I feel like I could have wrote that song, and I'm shit, I cannot write for the life of me. So if I say I can write the song, I know that it's not inventive, it's not revolutionary, we're not changing the world here with this song. The lyrics are not bad though. It's for a Eurovision song, it's absolutely fine. It's passable. Spain, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Spain. You're going to see that reflected in today's video. I'm not a huge fan of Spain, so if you are a Spain lover, if you're from Spain and you are very passionate about Eurovision and your country at Eurovision, you're probably not going to want to watch this video. I don't really like this song. I like the message. I think it's about women empowerment. I do like the message, but I'm just not there for it. I'm not there for it. I don't have a connection to this. From the moment I watched it in Benidorm Fest, I just didn't like it. It's not grown on me. It's yet to grow on me. It might, I don't know, maybe seeing it live will inspire something in me. I don't know, but I'm not a fan of it. Then the UK, Dizzy, Ollie Alexander. Lyrics are fine. For the UK, I mean, everyone kind of gives the UK a really hard time with lyrics because they say, oh, well, English is your native language. You should be able to write a song that is kind of inventive and has some lyrical content in it that will make you think and will be kind of revolutionary. You do want an English speaking country to produce a really good English language song, which they haven't done in the past. I feel like some of the lyrics in Dizzy is really good, and it is kind of weird, kind of kooky, kind of inventive, like the beautiful gardens and the eternal flowers. I mean, it's kind of weird, it's kind of cool. I do like all the ad-libs that Ollie throws in there as well live. That is, I would say, part of the lyrics. I really don't like it when people do give the UK a hard time with lyrics, because I actually think it's a really hard thing to do for the UK to produce something that is inventive and very different in terms of lyrics. Just because we are an English speaking country doesn't necessarily mean it's easier for us to find inventive lyrics or something that is different, that is interesting. I would argue that sometimes it can be even harder because we have so much choice from the English language to choose from. We understand it more. It may be harder for English songwriters to find something suited to Eurovision. This is what I personally think. When it comes to the UK at Eurovision, we do get a hard time, and I don't think we deserve it fully. But yeah, the lyrics in Dizzy are good. They're not, as I say, revolutionary. They're not going to get the point here. However, the point does go to Italy. If you've worked at the process of elimination, I mean, you're going to get it there. Italy, La Noia, Angelina Mango. There is something about these lyrics, man. I love it. The fact that La Noia literally means the boredom is such a complete contrast to what the song does to you. It's such a complete contrast. You're just moving, you're anything but bored. The song is amazing. The lyrics are pretty exceptional. Not the lyrical content, I would say. I wouldn't say the lyrical content is, as I say, revolutionary. I don't think any of these five have lyrics in there that are changing the world. But La Noia, I love that it is fully Italian, but there are so many people connecting with the song. It's the power of Eurovision. I feel like this is the main power that Eurovision has. I've seen so many people that do not speak a single word of Italian that loves this song. I have not seen one single person kind of slate this song. I've seen people call it underrated. That's fine. They're not saying they don't like the song. They're just saying that it's being kind of played up a little bit too much. I don't feel that. I feel like this is perfectly rated. When was the last time they sent a song in English? When? I can't tell you. I can't tell you. That's one thing we can count on Italy, is them sending a song in their native language that we know that people that don't speak Italian will connect to. That's one thing I love about Italy. They're true to themselves and they do not give a crap. So that's why the lyrical point will be going to Italy. Okay, next up, let's talk about performance. So performance is a lot of, I mean, I get confused when I kind of are trying to figure out who the point goes to. I always get confused between performance and staging. The difference between performance and staging, the two categories, is performance is based on the artist, not what we can see. It's based on artist. How are they connecting with the camera? How are they connecting with the audience, with the performance? Who is performing the song well? Not what we can see with the staging, what's on the stage with props and dancers. That's staging. Performance is about the artist. Staging is about what we can see on stage. So performance, let's talk about that. Slimon is experienced. When I say experienced, he's been in this game since 2016. He has one of the most successful The Voice blind auditions. I knew who Slimon was before he was announced as the artist this year for France. I knew who he was because of his audition. I'm sure that he won that series as well. So he is an experienced artist. He knows how to perform. He knows how to do this. And it's quite clear he's literally just been on a tour around France as well. He's been going to arenas. He's not just this little artist that's performing in concert halls. He is performing in legitimate arenas that Eurovision would be held in. So he's a big name. He's a big name in France. He's a big name around France as well. I think like in Netherlands and Belgium and stuff. But he is such a good performer. I am slightly scared about Eurovision though when it comes to Slimon, because as I say, he has been performing on tour. He's also done like a little tour of Europe, going to like different talk shows to perform the song and to kind of talk about Eurovision and stuff. So he has been performing the hell out of this song. He's been doing really well at the pre-parties, but there is something about this performance that seems very repetitive to me. I feel like they're just going to do the exact same at Eurovision. I don't feel like anything's going to change. I feel like what we've seen already is what we're going to get at Eurovision. I don't feel like a lot of people have said in the past. I don't think many people are saying it now because I personally don't think it's true. No one else thinks it's true. But he'd done this at a show on his tour where he was like kind of flying and doing flips in the audience like what Pink does. And they thought maybe he's going to do that at Eurovision. Maybe he's saving that to do it at Eurovision. He's not said anything about it. He's done it on tour, but he's not mentioned anything regarding his staging at Eurovision. So maybe this is what we're going to get. No, I don't think it is. I think he's going to do the exact same. He's going to do that classic step a few feet away from the microphone and kind of belt his heart out. I hope he doesn't. I hope we do get something different at Eurovision. That would be just so boring if we get what we've seen already. Literally the first performance of Mon Amour was amazing, and if he'd done that at Eurovision, would be effective. But now, because we've seen it so many times, it just wouldn't hit well. I don't feel like it would kind of make an impact. And as I say, he's been performing this song a lot. He will be sick of it. So I'm hoping that he isn't using his voice too much before Eurovision, and then when he gets to Eurovision, it's all tired out and it's not good. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Let's talk about Spain. Yet again, as I say, if you're a Spanish Eurovision fan and you really love Nebulosa, you might as well not watch this. The performance is fine. Is good. I feel like the Benidorm Fest performance, she wasn't really giving it her all. I mean, that may just be her performance style though. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've not listened to this song enough. I think I've listened to it max 3 times. I need to listen to it more. But the 3 times that I have listened to it, I've not enjoyed it. I've watched the performance a few times as well, and it just isn't hitting with me. I don't know if she connected well with the camera. I don't really know. I know the audience was chanting the song at Benidorm Fest. I know there was a lot of love in the room for her, so I know she has a lot of love. I know the Spanish fans do love her, so that's why. No hate in the comments please, because I know that Spanish fans are possibly the most passionate fans of Eurovision, but I just don't click with this, and the performance is just not for me. Kind of the same with Germany. I feel like everyone has this opinion about Germany's performance at the national final. It just wasn't enough, and the fact that it won based on song alone it shows how much the song is better than the staging was. He's a traditional busker. He's been busking for years and years and years in the streets of Germany, and he's really, really experienced, but I feel like his performance, it didn't look great. This is staging. I'm talking about staging, but I'm trying to focus in on his performance style. I feel like there had to be kind of a lot more around him. He didn't look kind of focused in the performance, to me personally. He sang it well. He's got a great voice. No, that performance didn't hit with me. Hoping to have something in mind for Eurovision that makes him more engaged with the performance, he just didn't look engaged with it. So that leaves Italy and the UK, and I am going to give both of these songs a point. So let's talk about Italy first. Angelina Mango, her performance style, I mean, ooh, at Sanremo, I love it. I loved it. Yeah, the Sanremo performance was absolute bliss. I couldn't have asked for any more from her. She was absolutely amazing. The one thing I loved about it is that she really connected with the audience and with the cameras as well. It didn't look choreographed. It wasn't programmed. It was literally just her going around the stage freely and performing her song, and that's what I loved about it. That's what I loved about it. I know that we're going to get something different at Eurovision, but I'm hoping that it isn't, as I say, too choreographed. I hope they keep some elements from what Sanremo was. Make it simple, simplistic. As they say, simplicity is best. Simplicity is key. But yeah, so I had to give Italy a point. The UK, Ollie, he has done... How many live performances has he done now? He's done a few. I think 2 or 3. He's done some performances at pre-parties. We're not going to talk about them. We're not going to talk about all about them. We're going to talk about the TV performances. And I've tried to keep this as unbiased as possible. He done a performance on Saturday Night Takeaway, which is like a really big show here in the UK. It's just ended, sadly. He done a performance on that. And the staging they had for that was really good. We'll talk about staging in a minute though. But the performance style, he's, as I say, he's a lot like Slimane. He's been doing this for so long. He's been in the industry for 10 years now with the band Years and Years. He is, as I say, very experienced in what he does. He's done so much in terms of TV and kind of performing at concerts and big venues. He knows how to do it. He connects with the cameras so well. He knows how to perform in front of an audience well. And the performance at Saturday Night Takeaway was incredible. A lot of people said he was miming, and I was like, no, he's not. That is actually his voice. He can sing, believe it or not. He is a singer. And yeah, the connection between him and the camera was amazing. We're going to get that at Eurovision. He also done a performance at the Vivo Music Studios in London. The vocals were amazing live. We're not talking about vocals though, we're talking about performance style. He just connects with the camera immediately. He's such a good performer and I love it, and I cannot believe that he's representing the UK. I still, after months and months and months and months, I still can't believe it. So yeah, it was bound that he was going to get a point for performance. So Italy and the UK now get a point each. Now let's talk about staging next, because I feel like staging and performance are kind of tied together. They're quite similar, but staging is more about what we see on stage rather than the performer themselves. France, I mean, I've kind of touched on that already. We don't know what the stage is going to be for Eurovision. I kind of hope that they go for something different. I can't give them the point here because of the uncertainty around the song. I don't know what we're going to get. Hoping for something different. If they do deliver something different, this could be so unbelievably useful for France, and it might actually get them a really good result, possibly top 5. So we're looking for some inventive staging, not what we've seen before. Germany, no. Staging wasn't great. Needs a big switch up. I've seen a lot of people talk about the staging with Germany. It just isn't good enough. They need to really try something different here. They need to do something quite impressive for this song to get jury votes as well. I feel like his voice is good, but the juries respect staging. I would actually go as far as saying that the juries appreciate staging as much as vocals. Like, they actually really like when songs have good staging. It needs it, and it can be the difference between coming last and coming 14th. You have to get your staging right if you want the juries to appreciate your song, and that's what Germany needs to do this year. They need to kind of upgrade a lot from the national final, and I hope that they've been working on that. Spain, I mean, the staging was actually okay. Like, her and the dancers and that kind of platform behind her, and then the other half of Nebulosa, because Nebulosa's a duo. I didn't realise this until like 2 weeks ago. It's her and her husband. I knew that they were like both performing, but I thought Nebulosa was literally just her, but it's the band name. So there's some information. If you didn't know that already, there you go, because I didn't know until 2 weeks ago. Yeah, she's an okay performer. The staging is fine. It's fine. Will they probably keep it for Eurovision? I think so. I do think so. I mean, Benidorm Fest usually keeps the staging. That's what's happened 2 years in a row. I don't see that changing. But as I say, I like the kind of the drummer and the electronic other half of Nebulosa behind her. It adds something to the performance. The dancers are obviously iconic. I mean, they literally rip off half their clothes during the performance. I mean, what more do you need? But I can't give Spain the point here. I can't give them the pity point because I don't feel like out of these 5 they deserve it. I feel like there are other stagings here that will be better. The UK, I mean, I've seen so many people say the song isn't revolutionary. We're not revolutionising the world of music with this song. But then there are so many people that I've heard say that the staging might be the thing that people need to see along with this song to make them go, this is quite good actually. I'm really hoping that happens. But yet again, it's like France. I have no idea what the UK have planned. They've not revealed anything. The only thing I think Ollie has mentioned regarding staging wise is that it's going to make you dizzy. So that could be the revolving platforms that we had in the music video on stage. So we could be translating what we saw at the music video on stage. But the other thing that Ollie has said, that it's going to be unexpected. So the spinning platforms that we saw in the music video are something that we expect. So that's not unexpected. I'm assuming we're going to get something completely left field. I don't know what. We'll wait and see. But because of the uncertainty, they're not getting the point here. Yet again, the point does go to Italy for staging. Yet again, it kind of ties in with the performance that I mentioned a few minutes ago. I just love it. I mentioned it 5 minutes ago, that it just seems so unchoreographed that it's perfect. She just roams about the stage singing her song and it makes people happy. She's doing her dance, she's doing her little kind of shoulder lanoia. Angelina has revealed that she's going to have 5 dancers with her on stage, so she will have dancers, she will have different staging. What it will be, I don't know. I hope that it's creative. I hope that it's creative, because Italy definitely has a huge chance to win this year, so staging is important. It is key to making this stand out in the final. So yeah, Italy gets the point there. So as you can see, the UK has 1 point and Italy has a massive 3 points, gaining 3 points from the first 3 categories. We've only got 2 categories left. So the penultimate category is voice, so vocal capability. So who out of the 5 here has the best voice that I've heard? So UK, Ollie Alexander, he does have a good voice, contrary to what people believe, or what people believed before the song was released and before we had a live performance. I've seen a lot of people online say, well, he can't sing. We've seen so many live performances of him singing his old songs and it's like, it's shit. And I'm just like, what have you been watching? He has got a good voice, but I think that's where it ends. I think he's got a good voice. I don't think he has a great voice. I don't think it's the best voice we have this year. He can hit the high notes. This song is within his vocal range. It's not like last year with Mae Muller. He can hit these notes. It's just whether he can do it on the night. But yeah, I don't think he's got the best voice out of these 5. He's got a great voice, but he's not got the best out of the 5 that we are talking about today. Spain, Nebulosa. I'm sorry, but no. Even if you love this song, you're not going to give this point based on vocal capabilities. It's not going to happen. Now that leaves Germany, Italy and France. All 3 of these artists have absolutely impeccable vocals. I've not heard one bad vocal from any of these 3. Isaac from Germany has been slaying every single performance at pre-parties. He slayed the performance at the national final. He's going to give us an amazing vocal performance at Eurovision. I'm not worried about Isaac's performance. It's going to be good. Same with Italy, same with France. We're going to get impeccable performances from all 3 of them. So that's why all 3 of them are going to get a point for vocals. Okay, the last one, the last category, ultimately the decider on who's going to win. I think we all know who's going to win now. The last category is song. Which one is my favourite song? What one have I been listening to the most on Spotify? Who has a regular spot on my playlist? Honestly, all of them kind of do except Spain. Sorry, Spanish Euro fans, sorry. I listen to France quite regularly. I really do love Mon Amour. La Noia, I'm listening to that all the time. Germany less so, but I still enjoy it. It's never a skip. I never skip it. And then I've been listening to Dizzy quite a lot recently. But it was hard whittling it down. I really did want to only choose one for this category, but I had to choose 2. And I gave UK Ole Alexander a point, but I also had to give Italy a point as well, which means that Italy is the winner of this year's Battle of the Big 5. She got a point from every single category. It just proves my love for this song. I love it. I didn't even notice that I gave Italy 5 points when I had finished kind of working out who was getting the points this for this battle. I didn't realise. It just means that I love this song. I cannot wait to hear this live. I'm so excited. Yeah, so if we look, Italy has 5 points, UK has 2, Germany and France have 1, and sadly Spain didn't get a point, but I wasn't surprised by that. But yeah, Italy is definitely my favourite of the Big 5 this year, followed by the UK. I mean, I am patriotic, I am also biased, but I'm not that biased because it definitely didn't win, so there you go. Then France, Germany with 1 point. Yeah, decent. I think I'd prefer France over Germany though, just personally. And then Spain. I mean, we don't really need to talk about that because the Spanish Euro fans are already probably pissed off with me, so we don't need to piss them off anymore. But yeah, that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know, who is your favourite of the Big 5 this year? Tell me down below in the comments. The Big 5 I think are, they're strong-ish this year. It's not an overly strong bunch of songs. I think we do have stronger categories of songs this year. Obviously the Big 5 isn't always strong, like we don't always get strong years from the Big 5 every single year, so this for the Big 5 is actually kind of okay. We have some decent songs in there. The fact that they've got some quite well-known faces in here as well. The UK managed to get Ole Alexander, and France managed to get Slimane, and Angelina Mango's pretty well known as well. It's really lovely to see that these countries can actually get some quite well-known faces to represent them. Yeah, loving it. But yeah, love the Big 5 this year. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are, as I say, heading off to Malmö in less than 2 weeks. It's happening, people. Rehearsals start this Saturday, so be prepared for some amazing content. It's gonna be good. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you then, and bye-bye.